Okay, so this problem is from 6th grade CPM, and it's problem 6-88. And it's draw a number line from 0 to 2, write the following numbers in its correct place on the number line. This problem is a place value, a converting problem. Can you convert fractions to decimals or decimals to fractions? Just a lot of great stuff in this problem, so thank you for requesting it. Here's my number line from 0 to 2. I went ahead of time and saw that there was fractions and decimals. And so I changed all my fractions to decimals. And I said, you know what, I'm going to make this number line have decimals and have tenths here. I broke it up into 10 pieces and made each of these like 1/10. So this is 0.1, this is 0.2, 2 tenths, 3 tenths, 4 tenths, 5 tenths, 6 tenths, 7 tenths, 8 tenths, 9 tenths, 10 tenths, which is 1 whole. So some of these I could place just pretty easily. This is 2 tenths, which I just put here on the second tenth, 2 tenths. This 13/26, yep. I don't know why this went away, but this is 13/26, and I knew that I could divide by a factor of 13, which made a half. So 13 divided by 13 is 1. 26 divided by 13 is 2. And 1/2 is 0.5, or 5 tenths. So I knew that this was 5 tenths. This is where 5 tenths goes, which is the same thing as 1/2. For 3/5 over here, for 3/5, I did 3/5. I said, well, how many tenths is that? Because my number line was broken up into tenths. So I doubled the numerator to get 6, and I doubled the denominator to get 10. So 6 tenths is written like that. So I knew where 6 tenths went. Right, this is 6 tenths right here. This is 5 tenths, that's 6 tenths. I knew where, I'm going to pause on this guy, I knew where 1 and 9 tenths went. So this is 1, and here is 9 tenths, so that's 1 and 9 tenths. And let's see here. So then the other ones, so the ones that are circled are the ones that I really needed to kind of work with. Let's go with this one. So this was 1 and 9/100ths, which is really, really close to 1 and 10/100ths, which is the same thing as 1/10. Whoa, I don't know where all that stuff went. That's a bummer. Let me pause and see. All right, I don't know what's happening, but things keep getting erased and just disappearing. So we're going to try to get through this. So I'm glad that we started over because I noticed that I had some things in the wrong place. I knew that 1 and 9/100ths was really close to 1 and 1/10. So this is 1, this is 1/10. So 1 and 9/100ths should go right there. 1 and 19/100ths is really close to 1 and 20/100ths, so which is the same thing as 1 and 2/10. So this is 1 and 2/10. So 1 and 19/100ths should go just right behind it. 1 1/2 should go right there. 1 and 9/10. 1 and 9/10 is right there. 3/5 we already talked about being 6 tenths. The ones we haven't talked about now are the 1/8. Let's pause this. All right, so I don't know what's happening, really frustrating. So the ones that are on here still are ones that I wanted to talk about, so we're just going to go through. If you want to rewind the video and take a look at the other ones that were there, I guess it wouldn't take that much longer to put it back up. So this is 1 and 5/10 again. This was 1 and 9/100ths. This was 1 and 19/100ths. So for 1/8, I needed to turn 1/8 into a decimal, so I used division. I said 1/8 is the same thing as 1 divided by 8. So ridiculous. All right, so let's do this. Let's do all this division again. 1 divided by 8. So 1 is the dividend, 8 is the divisor. 1 is being divided, so 8 goes into 1 0 times. So 0/8 is 0, so there's a remainder of 1. I can put a decimal and bring down, so I could say that I now have 10 pieces. 8 goes into 10, bring the decimal up once. Sorry, 8 goes into 10 once. 1/8 is 8. Subtract that, that's a remainder of 2. So let's bring down the 0, and 8 goes into 20 now, twice. 2 8s makes 16, that's a remainder of 4. Bring down the 0, 8 goes into 40 5 times. So 1/8 is 125 thousandths. So this, I said, well, that's 1/10, and then it's a quarter of the way. So it's 1/10, and it's a quarter of the way between the second one. So here's 1/10, and then I went to a quarter of the way in between these two. And then I said, well, then this is just 7 times that. So this is 7/8. So I just multiplied 1/8 times 7 to get 7/8. So I did 125 thousandths times 7. And that's what I did here and got 875 thousandths. So that is the 8/10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 tenths. And it's 75. It's 75% of the way between the two. So here's half, here's a quarter, here's 3/4. So that's where I put 7/8. All right, sorry guys.